Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing 3 specific major things to expect next in your life. And to do this reading, there are 3 piles for you here today. For pile number 1, you have the red Jasper palm stone, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the blue Caribbean Calcite, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the Rhodanite palm stone, and this is what your crystal looks like. All right, so take a look at which one of these 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or maybe even more than one crystal, maybe you're drawn to all of them. As I always say, trust your intuition, it is your magic. Why not? Maybe there are more major things that are meant to happen for you that you're meant to listen to. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps. Once you know what your pile or piles are, you'll find them down in the description box. And my dear soul family, I'll see you in your readings. Hey pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful red Jasper palm crystal, and today we're taking a look at 3 specific major things to expect next in your life. To do this reading, I will be actually dividing it into 3, focusing each mini reading on one specific major thing in order to get the details of it. So buckle up, so excited about today's reading. We'll be of course starting off with the first specific major thing to expect next in your life. And I think your decks are now properly shuffled. What I'm planning to do is take 1 oracle card from each of the 3 oracle cards and then pull out your tarot cards. Right, so I already have the first one. Let's pick up the second one and the third one. These are shuffled, easy to pick up. Okay, so my dear pile number 1, what is the first specific major thing that you can expect next in your life? So what is the energy? You have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Very interesting. Right, let's keep it here. You have the patron, mentorship, finances. Okay. You know, truth, mentorship, finances. I know this could be really specific, but some of you could be teachers, could be like maybe you give classes, you train in any topic, like maybe you train yoga, maybe you give classes, whether online or offline. You seem to me, some of you seem to be a mentor or a teacher. And with finances, it seems like you are getting money for it. Very specific, I know, but I thought I'd mention it since I'm seeing it here. Okay, so we have Mercury in Scorpio with extremism, right? Some of you could be mentors trying to rectify something that may not be going right, is unfair to the community, or you're rectifying misinformation as well. Okay, I know that's very specific, but again, I just thought I should mention it. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards as well as your oracle cards together and find out what this specific major thing to expect is. So right off the bat, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Hanged Man, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So you have the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit. You're probably wondering what is going on with this deck. No, the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords. It's a deck that shuffles all of the Rider-Waite characters and scenes together. That's why you're probably a little bit confused. Right, so let's now take a close look at what to expect here. I think these two kind of look the same. One is aggressive and the other is kind. So right off the bat here, it looks to me like you are in some sort of unfair situation where a certain law or a certain person or a certain situation is being absolutely unfair to you and more towards the extreme in how you are being dealt with. And I see this energy changing for you absolutely. Now, the truth is the common factor here because you stand in the light of truth or discovering truth. And you also have in the Queen of Swords, the Justice character, right? Coming here to bring balance and bring truth. And so some truth, it seems, is going to come out that is going to show how you were mistreated in a dishonest way in the past with regards to a certain situation or with someone who was mistreating you. And once this truth comes out, you do see that things are changing. Things are shifting here in your situation and you're getting your rights back. See, with mentorship here, there's a clear indication that people who didn't know better about your situation are going to be educated by the truth that is coming out. It's teaching them or it's letting them know how unfair your situation was. This seems to be very significant, and I'm so sorry for this situation because it looks to me like you were absolutely isolated. Why am I saying this? Because this is the Three of Swords in the Three of Pentacles scene. Three of Pentacles is like collaboration with others. But here you seem alone in the Three of Pentacles scene. So it gives me an impression that you were isolated, absolutely attacked, and you could no longer move or go on because that's the Chariot figure, right? It's in the Hermit card. So you felt alone, attacked, and hurt, in pain. You couldn't even pick up your swords to fight back. I am so sorry about that, my dear pal number one. This must have been brutal for you. But look, you have the Temperance within the Hanged Man. So the situation is shifting and coming to balance slowly. And you can clearly seeing it here. You're getting your rights back. You not only are people knowing the truth, but you're getting your true rights back about a situation that's been going on for long. How do I know it's been going on for long? This is the scenes of the Six of Cups, and it gives us an idea of timing, something that has been developing or growing for quite a while. And in the Knight of Swords, not only is this happening quickly for you, so this truth coming out is happening rather quickly for you, and with the Death figure in the Knight of Swords, the transformation and end of a situation and the transformation is happening very quickly for you. And look at that with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is someone speaking their emotions, right? Offering their emotions, speaking about their emotions. And look at this person spilling the tea, right? So I think this is going to be you, to be honest. Maybe you're going to get a grand opportunity, and it's going to be a strong one because this is the strength figure in the Queen of Cups. You're going to get a big opportunity that will allow you to finally use it to your advantage and speak up and spill the tea of all of the months or maybe even years of unfairness that you had to endure, enlightening everyone. And I was saying, why do I think it's you? Because that's the Hermit, right? That's what we saw here. So in reference to that, and to all the isolation we have been seeing in your reading, I now understand that this is you who will be spilling the tea finally and speaking your truth, enlightening everyone, educating everyone on the type of unfairness that's been happening to you. And this is a major thing that is happening next in your life, because not only are people finding the truth, like I mentioned from the beginning, but there's action, there are repercussions happening because of the situation. I see perhaps an apology here, whether from this person or I think it's other people apologizing maybe for not knowing better, for not being there by you, helping you, giving back to you, giving your rights back to you, and treating you with a lot of kindness and gentleness, having a lot of empathy for you, and just realizing just how much you were attacked and had to endure with the situation. I think I might be wrong. This is not the Chariot. This is, I think this... No, it's not the Star. It is the Chariot. This is the Chariot figure for sure. Holding the Star. That's why. Holding the Star wand. Holding the Star wands means you had good intentions. You were illuminating the way. You were illuminating the way, and you were a shining star. So this shows jealousy. So perhaps you were treated in an extreme way due to jealousy from another person, and this is being exposed. It's being exposed by you, but you're now being able to teach everyone. So whether you're a teacher or not, you're playing that role in that specific blessing. You're playing that role by educating others. Now that you've gotten this opportunity an opportunity that will help show the truth. An opportunity that will help show the truth and bring things into complete balance. Both the Temperance and the Justice, what they have in common is balance. Things are finally coming into balance. People are seeing your truth as opposed to believing their truth. I think people may have believed their truth because look at the way this person is holding their hand. I think this person thinks they have some sort of authority over this other person. So maybe this is a person who was either in charge of you or made themselves in charge of you. And so to people, maybe they were wrongly thought as someone who is credible to believe, like someone who wouldn't do such things. But they will be exposed. Again, the paper. Do you see? The truth is coming out. Look at this person holding the paper. I'll tell you what's your opportunity here is. I think this person with one swift action will be exposing themselves first, giving you now the opportunity to expose and spill the tea now that everyone was able to see. Because here, it's just between you and them. And here, it looks like other people are like, what? Finding out from a mistake. With Mercury, it could be some sort of miscommunication or something that they say that will truly expose them. With others going, what? How could this person do something like that? And now that they're exposed, you have that golden opportunity to come out and say your truth, my dear pile number 1. So the major thing to expect next in your life is finally your truth coming out, it being discovered, and things changing in a major way for you because of that. I'm so sorry you had to go through something like that, my dear pile number one. My heart is aching for you. I know how it feels like to be treated with injustice. I am sorry, but look at that. Justice is coming for you. So that's one of the major blessings to expect next in your life. Right. Now, let's take a look at the second blessing to expect next. I'll clear your table, come back. As I was organizing your cards, I just noticed, look at other people going, whoa, look at that. Look at what this person is doing. So yeah, you're getting attention of other people. And with the sheep here, they could have been following the other person blindly. All right, my dear pile number two. Let's now find out what is the second specific major thing to expect next in your life. All right, so you have your tarot deck shuffled. I think like these three want to come out, so let's take them. And let's pick up one card from each of these oracle decks, as we usually do. One. Oh, wow. All right, so you got two. And whoa, really? Well, I'm just gonna leave them. You got four. Let's find out what they are. Okay, so you have choosing your path. All is possible. Wow. You have the cartographer, a crossroads, exploration. How interesting. Okay. Choosing your path and cartographer. Whoa, okay. You have the scholar, investigation, research. Ooh, I'm getting a cool impression, but I'm gonna wait. You have Venus in Pisces with submission. And you have Mars in Libra with choice. Okay. You have Venus in Sagittarius with flirtation. Okay. Flirtation and choice. And you have Mercury in Virgo with caution. Okay. Look at that, 96. Maybe some of you were born in 96. Or maybe it's a significant date to you. Right, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. Ooh la la, so you have the first card we see is the Tower. Right. So that's one major change. Talk about major changes that will change your life. This second one is absolutely it. You do have one major thing that is definitely like changing your life in a significant way. You have the Chariot. Perhaps it's moving. I can't hold my tongue any longer because you have the Chariot, the chariotee riding on. Who had that? Anyways, the chariotee riding and is ready to move. And that zebra is wearing the chariot mask, which tells me a lot here. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. The chariot in the Knight of Pentacles. Is it quick? Is it slow? You have the Seven of Pentacles. Don't want to get deep into the cards until we read. You have the Six of Wands. Wow. You have the Three of Wands. This is definitely traveling. Can't hold my tongue any longer. Okay. Three of Wands. You have the Three of Swords. The Two of Cups. Look at that ship. Two of Cups. One cup fell and you're holding the other. You made a choice because this is the scene of the Two of Wands. And finally, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, this is going to be so exciting. So what is going on here, my dear pile number one? All is possible. Look at the cage. You're coming out of something. Look, it looks like in the next phase of your life, you're seriously considering, because with the scholar you're studying it, flirtation tells me, especially in Sagittarius, shows me that the idea is really flirting in your mind. That's for sure. And at some point, this idea is actually, you're going to be submitting to this idea and making a choice of grand change in your life. I think you hearing this now could be going, what? I'm going to make a major change in my life? I don't think so. I think so. Or at least your cards are saying so. Always remember, tarot is not in control of you. If you don't want to make major changes, please don't. You are in control. But I'm just joking with you. I'm seeing you making one big choice, one big move. And although you are advised to be very cautious as you make this move, I would say cautious in how you plan it, because you have Virgo here in the 6th house. So the caution here is how you make that move. It's not in making that move. Whether that move is an actual move or it's a move towards some sort of major change. For a lot of you, this move is going to be an actual move of location. Can't help but see that in your reading. Can't help but see that in all over your reading. I'm sorry. Looks like you are traveling. So I would say 80% of the people listening to this part are going to be traveling and they don't even know it. Is it a short-term travel that will change your life forever, because maybe you're going to be collaborating a lot with the people who you are going to be traveling with. Maybe you're going to find someone special there. Maybe you are going to fall in love with this place and come back and forth. Yes, it's going to have a major effect in your life, one way or the other. The other way could be you traveling to that place and staying there. In all cases, it's an impromptu decision that will require a lot of planning from your side. Why am I saying impromptu? Here, the Tower card, it's a major surprise that will really shake your life, and that's why I have to be careful. But why am I saying it's an impromptu decision? Because you have the Hierophant hat here, and it looks like an idea that's going to blow your mind. And you will be going, oh, you know what? I can do this. Why don't I do this? Look at your 3 of Swords. It's appearing again. But anyways, here we see the High Priestess sitting in the place of the Queen of Pentacles. What does this say? A channeled idea, an inspired idea that you're now taking seriously. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you're sitting down, planning for it and changing your reality. Because we do know that the Queen of Pentacles is living in the realm of her own dreams. She's created that realm for herself and is now living in that throne, living in her reality. Here we see the High Priestess, not the Queen of Pentacles, but it is, as you know, the card of the Queen of Pentacles. And hence, we see an idea, something with the High Priestess that's yet hasn't manifested into reality. It's still beyond the veil of our reality. And I see you now planning for it and making it your own reality, just like the Queen of Pentacles. And so this looks like with choice. You have the 2 of Wands, a card of choice. And so after going back and forth and having the idea flirt in your mind, you're going to go, right, I'm definitely going to go along with this idea. It's all over your reading. It's unbelievable. And I'm going to make it happen. There seems to be, the idea here seems to be finances. I think that's what you're considering the most. Maybe there are other things that you want to consider, but that's what I'm seeing here in the 7 of Pentacles. See, this is the scene of the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is tricky energy. It sometimes is stealing. Sometimes is deceit. Sometimes is taking swords from it's originally taking the swords from the other team or the other side of the war, the other warriors, so that in order to avoid the war the next morning. So I would say what's going on here is that it's tricky in terms of your finances. That's perhaps why you will be going back and forth. And you're like, and that's why you're being cautioned to be careful. Not cautioned about not moving forward, but rather cautioned about taking it slow. And I think here you're like allocating right. What if I take money from my savings account? Or not that. What if I take the money that's coming in from my next bonus or coming in from whatever I'm expecting next, and instead of putting it here, I can postpone this for a while and put it there. So I see you really considering and making grand shifts in your finances. It could be smart moves, because at the end of the day, it was a smart move of this figure to go and take the swords to avoid the war altogether. So maybe it's tricky, but you could be making one very smart move that won't really affect your decision to travel or the decision to move forward with something. And you can greatly see here, that's why you have a lot of studying going on. But you have the Six of Wands, which means that you are going to be victorious with that move. It's going to succeed for you. That travel is going to succeed for you, of course, as long as you take it with caution. And look, where does the success happen? This is the scene of the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is slowly moving to calmer waters. So the success happens if you take things slowly to safe waters, right? And you have the Justice. You have the Six of Wands wearing the Justice balance, which again shows you do things the right way, the just way. Make sure you balance things out, especially financially here. Balance is all over your reading. Make the choice, but make it right. Balance things out in your situation. But overall, I think that you will be submitting to this idea. Now, what's confusing me, honestly, is the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords appearing here? For some of you, now that I have read your first part of your reading, I would think maybe some of you are considering traveling or moving because you're tired from, if I were to connect the two energies together, the two readings together, perhaps some of you are making that move because you're tired of that person. So this could have been maybe your manager and you're considering making a move to another company, or you're making a move from a home to a home, or the whole area. Maybe you're making a move from one area to another. So that could be the connecting card. But I know this may not resonate with everyone, and I will get, for this reason, some clarification. Maybe it's right in front of us and we're not seeing it yet. Although the river here being bloody, I think you're moving away from the war. For a lot of you, this is definitely it. But I know this may not resonate with everyone, and so I wanted as much as possible to be a reading for everyone, as much as I can. And so, let's see, 3 cards for the Three of Swords. So what is the Three of Swords showing us here in this reading? What's the context of this Three of Swords, please? Whoa, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you're manifesting something. You have the Chariot. What? And again, you have the Justice card with the Chariot. Do you see that? Moving in a balanced way, making that move in a balanced way. And again, being hit by an idea that you weren't considering. This is the Four of Wands, but this is the scene of the Four of Cups. Suddenly being hit, because this is the Ace of Wands. That's why I'm saying hit of inspiration. 3 scenes together in this card. So right away I can tell you you're being hit by an idea that may not instantly feel safe because you're protecting yourself with this hut here. But all of a sudden you're considering it. Why is this the Three of Swords though? Let me think about this. Give me a few seconds. I'll figure it out. The Three of Swords could signify that you're maybe afraid. So with all of this excitement, oh, could you be afraid because you'll be doing it alone? Could that be it? Let me reflect. One side of this moon is sad. Can you see your card? Oh, yes you can. And the other side of this moon is happy. So I think you're thinking here, part of you is very excited about this, and the other part is really afraid or sad. Sad maybe because something is standing in the way, as we can see, like finances, or I think it's finances. You're figuring out your finances, most probably. But the sun shows me that you will be making the move. So there is an initial stage of feeling like, what a beautiful idea to have, but do I have what it takes to do it? Maybe you don't have supporters who could be there for you if anything goes wrong with that move. That's the scary part. You're afraid of breaking your own heart. And with the lack of support, I get it. With the lack of people in the Three of Pentacles, maybe you're like, if I make the wrong move, I might be digging my own grave, or I might be hurting myself. Especially that I don't have anyone that can catch me if I fall. Exactly. So that's the fear here, especially that I'm seeing it's all financial here. There is financial worry. But you're going to figure it out. My dear pile number one, you're going to allocate your money, and I think you're going to be making it. This is why there's study, investigation, research. You're going to be thinking greatly about this. And just like the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician, you're going to make it happen. You're going to make it happen. And you're going to be fortunate in how you're going to make it happen. You're meant to make that step. And look what it says. Just saw that right now as I was speaking. What are the odds? All is possible. So make that move that you want. As long as you're cautious, it's gonna go great. And the Chariot shows that although you're worried, you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna be fortunate, and you will be moving forward with balance. You're balancing things out, and you're making educated decisions. As you're all about making educated decisions, or educating people. That's so cool. You're gonna make educated decisions on how you can move forward with care. Because look at that, the Chariot here. Now I understand. Ooh, the Chariot here is in the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck, and yet from the very beginning I was like, Chariot is fast. Knight of Pentacles is slow. What's going on here? So it shows that you're making a major move forward, but you're taking it slow. That's exactly what's going on here. And this move, you're going to be very fortunate with it. You're going to be very happy. It's absolutely unexpected. It's going to hit your mind like that. And it's going to flirt with your mind so much that you're not going to be able to avoid it any longer. It's almost like, it looks like you are choosing your path, but really you've channeled this idea because that's the direction you're meant to go. And it just speaks to your heart in such a way that you're not going to be able to explain. And you're going to go, I can't, I got to do this. I love this idea. I think about it every day. I can't hold myself. I'm going to do it. And when something feels so strong, perhaps it is taking you on a path, as the reading suggests, that will change your life. Maybe you're going to meet people that would change your life. You're going to be doing things that will change your life. It is a calling almost, that major move that you will be making, my dear pile number one. Such a cool reading. My dear pile number one, let me clear the table and find out the third specific major thing to expect next in your life. All right, so let's take a look at the third specific major thing to expect next in your life, my dear pile number 1. Right, so your deck is shuffled with the intention of the third major thing to expect. Let's now pick up one oracle card. Oh, looks like 2 from each of the decks. And one more here. I'll take this one. Oh, and this one, right. Whoa, and this one. All right, so what do you have? Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy, right. You have overcoming obstacles. That's why we have impasse. You can overcome anything, right? And wow, you have the waker. Awareness, reflection. Like seeing in between the clouds or the smoke. Seeing through, I mean. The confusion. There we go. You have Mercury in Taurus with resistance, right? You have a Sun in Aries with assertion, right? Can you see your cards this way? Yeah, I think you can. Right. And fine. What if I do the same thing here? Will you be able to see your card? I don't think so. All right. So you have Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. Let's keep it here. Whoa, look at that. 1, 1, 1. Wow, that's a major thing, by the way, that's happening here. All right. That is going to be a significant card because that's the first card that fell out of the deck. You have the Queen of Swords, and as you know by now, keep getting that card. You have the Justice card sitting in the throne. You have the 7 of Cups, the Chariot. You have the 5 of Wands. Wow, the Sun card. You have the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and you finally have the Queen of Cups. This looks to me like a difficulty that you're overcoming once and for all. You're finally overcoming some sort of difficulty here, a challenge that was in your life. And this challenge was quite stubborn. I want to try to look at your cards and find out what this challenge is, if I can. I think, if I'm not mistaken, with the 7 of Cups, this could have been a challenge to get some crazy dream of yours. Yeah, because you know, the 7 of Cups is an energy of fantasizing, dreaming, sometimes window shopping, wishing for something, thinking it's so far. Sometimes it's related to the energy of building castles in the clouds. Did we see clouds? Ooh, look at that. Yes. And so I'm getting the idea. See, this is the scene of the 7 of Wands, overcoming challenges. Why? Although there are a lot of challenges for you to do something, usually there are a lot of wands here. The 7 of Wands is usually depicted on a higher plateau than everyone else or all the other challenges, symbolizing the idea that although there are many challenges, you are at an advantage and you're able to overcome them. So these two aspects together gives me the understanding that there's an obstacle simply because there's a dream. If the dream wasn't there, there wouldn't be an obstacle. So this specific part of your reading is not discussing a challenge that is in your life that is there, and and you didn't want it. No, this is talking about a challenge in your life that exists because you have a huge dream. And in fact, with that type of energy and with resistance, you could have people telling you, why are you doing this to yourself? You don't have to go through this. You're the one who's allowing yourself to suffer this way, you know? And you would go, no, I don't think I can imagine myself living and existing without making this dream. This is what I want. This is what my heart wants. You're a very passionate person, pile number one. I keep getting, I keep sensing your heart in your reading. And so you seem to be very stubborn in terms of making things happen for yourself. You know, you don't give up. Look at your first part of your reading where there was an unfair situation. And look at you persevering and winning it. Second part of your reading, you get an idea. It seems scary. And look at you overcoming it and doing it. Now we're taking a look at a major dream that almost feels to most people like it's just simply window shopping, you know, looking at an idea and going, yeah, well, if only if, not you, look at you. You're like, okay, I have a huge dream. It sounds crazy, I know, but I'm persevering. I believe I should have it. I believe I deserve it. I believe I'm gonna go through the difficulties, be patient, and make it happen for myself. And so that's the situation you're in at the moment. We still didn't get to the good part. And so it seems because you're moving in this direction of achieving something crazy big, you are at a point where you're facing one major obstacle. It's so difficult. And with the death figure in the Empress, it's like something you birthed, but you might fear it's ending or something, or that it's gonna finish for you. But you are persevering through it. And with eccentric, I have this idea. Saturn energy is like a difficulty. You already established that. But with eccentricity, to other people, maybe it sounds weird. It looks weird that you're going through this difficulty. And I think with this figure holding their own fishtail, it's like this idea of you're the one who's holding yourself. There's a halt in your life because you're the one who's putting that obstacle on yourself. And I channeled this idea even before I saw this. So 111. This is a sign, a great sign that you will be able to see through all of this cloud. This cloudy energy. And as you are, that's why you keep getting the same cards. That's who you are. My dear pile number one, that's who you are. Alone, you persevere. You just know your way. It's like, you know, you give me an idea that you have a soul that used to be an emperor in one lifetime. It's like you just know how to do things. Nothing stands in your way. You know, like you could have been a big, like a strong king who achieved so much for their country in a lifetime, or an emperor, or maybe not even that, like you had an empire, someone who has gone through lifetimes of just knowing how to make things happen for themselves. Very, very powerful being. I mean, the more I do your reading, the more I fall in love with your energy. May you always be blessed, my dear pile number one. As always, you are persevering. You are persevering, and what the major thing that's happening here is that resistance that was in your life, it's now dissipating. You can see the clouds dissipating. You can see the resistant energy finally releasing. Yeah, and you're picking up that sword. Finally, is this? I think this was King Arthur. When he pulled the sword out of the stone, it was said that the act can only be or cannot be performed except by a true king. And of course, with a true king here, they mean divinely appointed king, right? So with that, I get the idea that is not a goal that for the weak at heart. It's not a goal that everyone would actually partake in, or take. And so because you have decided to take that goal, you know you are up for it. You know you can do it. You understand very well the types of resistance and obstacles and challenges specifically that come with a goal like that, and you still want to go because that's all your heart desires. It's what you want the most. And so just like a true king, you are going to be taking that obstacle out of the way, and you're going to claim the very result you wanted from that. So what is this result? Because it looks to me like the major change here is that the clouds are clearing. And now that the clouds are clearing, you are able to move quickly, as opposed to with the Knight of Pentacles moving slowly and some sort of war going here. I think here with the death figure in the Empress, you kind of felt like, oh, does this look like the end of my dream? Does this look like the end of my abundance? Yeah, there was some fears related to slowness, resistance, slowliness, and maybe even a halt or the end of something that you've been trying to create, because the Empress is creation energy. But here we can see now the resistance is dissipating. You're able to see the path ahead. That's why you have impasse. Yes, there was a halt. And I see that you've reflected and redirected your energy. Yeah, I think you've taking a look at your character, a warrior, a true winner, because that's the scene of the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is either winning or being defeated, and you're a winner. So you don't lose here. And so I think you may have taken a different path or made some sort of adjustments and continued to go through it. And now the path is clear. This energy, like I said, this pause is dissipating, and there you are moving forward. Now things are moving quickly. Again, as usual, you're moving quickly in balance, and you know what to do. You never lost your balance as you were fighting this. Here we see the Queen of Cups, represented as the strength figure sitting in the throne of the Queen of Cups. I see this as you strongly manifesting what you want. So if there was an obstacle standing in the way of you moving towards your dreams, I see that the major thing happening is that this obstacle is out of the way, and now things are moving, and you're now moving towards that dream. So now you'll be seeing and watching yourself move at a much quicker pace, moving very quickly towards that dream, and you're moving right here. Could there be legalities? Maybe you've involved some sort of something legal in it. Maybe you've signed a different contract. Maybe you've changed up some things. Maybe you've changed up jobs, you've signed a new contract or something. I'm not sure. But there's something legal here. You've done something legal. You've checked the papers. Obviously, you are now reigniting or removing the obstacle, and you find your way, because with the Hermit here, you could have been lost a little bit. And the Hermit shows that you've gained a lot of knowledge and insight on what not to do and what to do better. And the sun has come out again, my dear pile number 1 for you. The way is clear, crystal clear. You know what to do, and now it's a new morning, a new day, and you're moving ahead with your chariot very quickly towards that wish that you want. Sneak peek, you will be achieving that wish that you want. That crazy dream that you have, exactly that. You will be achieving that, my dear pile number 1. Such a beautiful reading. I wish you the best of luck. My dear pile number 3, may you always be blessed. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the blue Caribbean Calcite, and today we're taking a look at 3 specific major things to expect next in your life. And to do this reading, I will be dividing it into 3 parts, kind of like 3 mini parts, so that we can explore each major change in specific and get as much detail as we can for you, for each and every one of them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to take a look at the first specific major blessing. As you can see, we'll be picking out 1 card from each of these oracle decks, and then we'll be picking up your tarot deck. So we actually have 2 from this deck. We'll take 1 and we'll take another. Okay, so what do you have, my dear pile number 2? Ooh, so you have passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Love this energy. Okay, you have the Alchemist. Oh. Anyways, the Alchemist. You have balance, invention, and destruction. Okay, and you have Saturn in Gemini with concentration. Oh, there we go. And you have Saturn again in Aries with risk. Yeah, I think I did. Oh, look at that, 31. Something could be happening towards the end of the month. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that some blessing arising from a difficulty. I'll tell you why in a second, but let's move on first. You have the Queen of Cups, and this is like a major blessing going on here. So you have the Queen of Cups. You have the exactly, and you have the 9 of Swords. You have the Sun card, the 7 of Wands. Look at you, love that energy. You have the 8 of Wands, the Fool card. I love this energy for you. You have the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and you finally have the Judgment card. Look at these 2 relaxing here. Okay, so I'm really seeing that there is some sort of challenge that is going to happen in your life, but it's going to be a lucky challenge. Why? Like, imagine this. That's the energy that I'm seeing. Imagine this. A lion living with cats, a little cub lion living with cats, thinking he's a cat all his life. And the cats have taught him that we are afraid of dogs. Like when the dogs bark, we run. That's how it works. And so the lion, the little cub, learned to hear the dogs bark, and then they run. Okay? So consider this energy now. This little cub has grown into a big lion, not aware that he's a big lion living with the cats. And then suddenly the unforeseen happens, that dreaded moment happens when that dog comes back after a long while and goes woof, woof, woof. Suddenly all the cats, in a split of a second, they run. But you being a lion, that example was about you. So you being a lion, you react instinctively and you go roar. So the dog is taken aback, is shocked, and goes running. And then at that moment, you realize who you are. Look, I'll tell you exactly why I'm seeing it this way. And let me take you over your cards here. So first of all, it's that passion that gave me this idea in my head first and foremost. And you have here in the Alchemist, you know, something changing forms. You have here solve et coagula. It's a Latin expression. I don't know if you can see it here. There. It's a Latin expression of something has to dissolve before it changes forms. It's like, it literally means dissolve and coagulate, right? So we understand that this is an energy of something dissolving first before it takes a form. And I'm seeing that maybe I don't want to give you the impression that it's going to be some horrible difficulty. No, nothing of that form. It's like a little bit of a stressful situation that's going to happen with the Saturn here, where for a little bit of a time you might feel, look at the star being entrapped. How could a star be entrapped, right? So a little bit of a difficult situation that will awaken your throat chakra here, because the lips are sealed. I think with the devil sealing the lips, it's like the devil is illusion, wrong ideas, sealing your lips. Maybe you feel threatened with all of the swords here and you're not speaking up. And so I think this situation is going to allow you to finally discover your potential, who you are. Because here, the Ace of Cups is leaking. It's like you have full potential and you have full power with all of these palaces in the cup. It's like energy akin to a king or an emperor or an empress. And yet it's leaking, like you can't see your potential. And so there's a new beginning showing you who you truly are. Bringing out your true strength. Can you see that with me? And so this specific situation will finally take the illusions out of your mind, because it was these very illusions that were standing in the way of how you're being treated and who you truly are as a person. And so this is happening rather quickly with the Eight of Wands here, and it's helping you rise to your true potential, allowing you to sit comfortably on your throne, to be who you're supposed to be unapologetically, without being threatened, without being compromised. Because why should a lion be treated as a cat when it's not a cat? Nothing wrong with cats, love cats. But a lion should not be treated like a cat. In terms of strength, of course. It is what it is. Nothing wrong with that, and you're learning who you are. So it's a journey of discovery, of you learning who you truly are, seeing yourself in a different light. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be going down here. I think you may be challenged by someone who you maybe used to fear with a bear, someone who thought they can easily attack you. Like, look at that. You can see the bear imagining the meat coming from this person. And so this is a person who think they can have you for lunch. This is a type of person perhaps you used to avoid, an archetype maybe that you were afraid of, or something like that, or a specific person. It could be also a specific person. So maybe you know this person, maybe you don't, but it's whether you do or not, it's certainly an archetype that you would usually be afraid of speaking up for yourself. Definitely a throat chakra thing here. And so with this situation arising, causing a little bit of stress here, you will be acting instinctively, just like the lion did with the dog in the example that we mentioned in your reading. And I see your strength coming out because it hit something in you. And you will truly see yourself as very powerful in this situation. You will find, just like the Seven of Wands, it's always depicted on a higher plateau. And so it will show you that you've always had an advantage, just like the lion, that maybe you haven't been using before, or you haven't trusted in before to stand strongly and firmly on. And I see that you will be speaking up for yourself, standing there strong, taking your rights instantly. And I see this whole situation happening quickly, offering you a new way of not just you seeing yourself, of how you feel about situations like that. And it's not even the ultimate healing. This is as you're offering yourself a new way of feeling about the situation forever. And that's the major change going on here. As you watch yourself behave in a very strong way, realizing that you have advantages, you will never be afraid or stressed or anxious by a situation like that ever again. It's almost like, boom, you're unblocking your throat chakra with this situation forever, seeing yourself in a different light and feeling differently about situations like that forever. And that's why you have the Fool card right there. And you're starting a new journey of how you deal with the situation, how you see yourself, how you behave and act in situations like that. Imagine with the lion realizing for the first time he really wasn't that cat that he always thought he was. He realized who he is and how different he is and how much more powerful he is. And from that moment onwards, he's no longer going to act like a cat again because he just discovered something. And so that's what we see with the Eight of Cups here. You're leaving an energy forever. It's no longer intimidating and feels like an obstacle. It changed. The situation is changing the form of who you are and how you deal with things. And it's igniting a lot of passion in your heart because you now feel so strong and you feel comfortable. You feel like you can handle situations that you perhaps felt like you couldn't handle in the past. Maybe they were too intimidating. And that is a major blessing, by the way, happening in your life, as you can see, because it's not only about knowing how you can deal with a situation like that forever. I think when things like that change, especially with the Queen of Cups, how you change your emotions towards something. It no longer triggers you, it no longer affects you. You find yourself dealing in so many other areas in a far different way. It's almost like you're gaining a lot of power and self-confidence, especially with the idea that how you seeing yourself in a different light. It's giving you a lot of self-confidence, a lot of strength and a lot of power, and this unblocking of the throat chakra. All of these powers coming together will really make you see yourself in a different light. I know I said that, but help you act in a completely different way towards different situations. You may even be holding yourself in a different way and presenting yourself even in a different way. So this is a major change happening in your life because it's changing the form, changing the form of who you are from the inside, allowing you to present yourself in a different light on the outside. And that is exactly what I see happening for you as the first specific major thing to expect next in your life. All right, let me clear your cards and see what is the second specific thing to expect next. I'm very excited about the situation here for you, my dear pile number 2. If it happens, and of course it will, when it happens, please let me know about it. I would love to hear your story. All right, so let me clear your table and take a look at the second thing. All right, Let's now take a look at the second specific major thing to expect next in your life. Okay, so I guess your tarot deck is now shuffled. Can you do one more time? There we go. It's now shuffled, ready for use. Let's pick up one oracle card from each of these oracle decks. Let's take this one. And same with this one. Let's take that one. Okay, so my dear pile number 2, let's see what you have. Whoa! So you have Wondrous Universe. What a beautiful card. Walk in beauty. You have the tailor. You can see one hand holding the thread and the other cutting it. Right. And it says attention to detail, pride. Okay. And you also have Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. Okay, time to look at your tarot cards. Let's pick up a couple. Yeah. So you have the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Cups. How interesting in that. People fighting and then they come together. Or it could be energy, doesn't have to be people. King of Pentacles. The World card. Ooh, I think it's giving you a sneak peek towards a new pile. I think this is a huge angel here, giving you a sneak peek towards a new world. You have the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. You have the 3 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Hermit. What's going on here? Talk about the world. You have a globe here. Discovery. What's going on here? Look, it looks to me like you have been working on something in your personal life or your goals, or something has been growing in your life. And now that it's grown, it's very risky for you to leave. I think you're holding on too tight. Is this a problem or is this a good thing? Maybe that's the energy here. Part of you loves this, but the other part of you feels like it's causing some sort of challenge. Look at with all this light, it feels like a huge blessing in your life. But it seems to me like at the same time, it's causing some challenge. And that's why we see 2 hands here. Attention to detail, pride. You're very proud of it. Looks like you've done that. You've created that. And as much as it is a huge blessing, as much as it is causing some challenge or pain or something. And so part of you wants to work on it, but the other part of you wants to cut it off. And that's the energy of the 5 of Swords here, by the way. Because the 5 of Swords is either winning or defeat or being defeated. And you're like, should I keep winning at this, or should I just accept the fact that I let it go and do something else? Let me think about this. Yeah, especially that you have the tomb here. And so I kind of have the idea that maybe you want to leave it at that and explore something else. In what area is this in your life? I know it's going to be different for people listening, but I really kind of feel a bit lost here. Is it work? You've created this. What am I? Work. Oh my God. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, just when I realized your cards were already saying it. The Eight of Pentacles shows up. Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave this card here to the side. So this is in the area of your work or a goal that you have been working hard towards. Maybe even your studies. You know how sometimes you study something and you've taken a long shot and then you realize, I'm so proud of what I've done, but I'm not feeling it anymore. That's the energy I'm getting here. You know, maybe I've built a home here. I've built my whole life here, but I feel dead. I want to go back, or I want to explore something else. That's probably why we have a sneak peek into a new world. It almost feels like you are taking a look at a new world here. You're peeking into a new world. And look at this wondrous universe. I think your pile here is telling you that you live in abundance. You're abundant. And why think there is lack when there isn't? Because it genuinely looks like to me that you're considering something else. But a part of you is also afraid of losing and being left behind with what you have created. Tricky situation, my dear pile number 2. Really tricky situation. I can totally feel you here. I can totally feel you. So what is the major change here? Or major thing to expect? I think you're gonna let it go. The ship has sailed. Maybe a part of you is gonna feel like, am I doing the right thing? But you let it go. You let it go. And you are, as much as it's gonna feel a little bit stingy, is that the right word? It's gonna sting. Can you say stingy? I don't think so. It's gonna sting a little bit as you let it go, but you are going to let it go. Yeah, it's like there was this energy of, no, I gotta win at this. And then with this Five of Swords, like, okay, you can have it. I'm gonna let it go. And you're gonna go solo here. Meaning taking yourself out of this situation. Ooh, are you expecting that, pile number 2? I think you are. You're gonna feel like, but I feel really dead here. I really cherish what I've done here so much, but I can't help but look at this new world. And I feel a little bit dead on the inside. And I feel like there's so much more to discover in the world. You know, this could be so many energies. This could be your work for a lot of you. And it could be, for some of you, a relationship. It's been many years, but it doesn't feel right. It could be, please take it how it resonates. But for most of you, can't lie here, with pride, mastery, Seven of Pentacles, it looks to me like you've worked hard to build this. Build your career, build your studies, build your business. It's not easy, but I mean, you're a true hero here, because you're taking a step that not everyone has the courage to take. Your heart here is really going to be winning over, for sure. And you're going to go, you know, I really want to explore the world or explore other possibilities. Your heart is like, I'm so proud of what I've done, but I can't help but go towards this curiosity, this other area that I want to explore. Can't help my heart but move in that direction. So you're with the Hermit here, you're splitting. Do you see that? You're splitting from whatever you've built here by choice. You're walking, see, walk in beauty, you're walking away. But walk in beauty is like walking in style. You know, you are not walking like a loser. You're walking with your heart being open to the world, to the beauty that the world has to offer. And you're so excited about what's to come. And this will have, as you can guess, a major effect on your whole life. Not an easy decision, just letting it go like that. And I do have a sneak peek for you on what's to come in the future. And we can see it right there. In fact, we can even see it with this Knight of Wands. As you charge forward, you see it says walk in beauty. You're walking away like a winner already. Imagine how this is going to end up. Why am I saying that? Because this specific Knight of Cups reminds me of the Six of Wands. You know, how they're walking with their stick up like a winner. So it truly gives me the impression that you are starting the journey feeling like a winner. And the sneak peek here with the King of Pentacles and the World, it looks like you are realizing your dream in the future. You can see a sneak peek into your future here with the World card. Even the World card is a card of completion, completing your dream, making it happen. King of Pentacles and the World card is a definite combo of making your vision come true into existence, realizing your dreams, realizing what you want out of this. Am I allowed, my dear pile number 2, to take a sneak peek at what you want to do, what this new world is? What is this new world that your heart is calling for? The Justice card. Ooh, look at this fancy Justice. It's like, because she's standing in a way where she knows who she is, you know? I got this. Two of Pentacles. And the common thing here between the Justice card and the Two of Pentacles, here is someone who is standing balanced. Here, it's someone who, in this specific card, is someone who's losing their balance. Finding their balance, losing their balance. So, this other world, you're not going to feel like you are trying to find your balance. Could this balance be balance in life? Balance in accomplishment and loving what you do? Could this balance be work and life balance? Could this balance be effort versus results? Not sure. It, of course, depends on you. Finding your balance. It's a new journey where you're off to find the right balance for you. Because in the old situation, it seems like you were off balance, but you've done so much. And so it's not so easy to let go. King of Swords, definitely finding your balance here. So it's a new world where because again, the common thing between the three is balance. The King of Swords is a balanced person, a balanced archetype. And the King of Swords is someone who has a lot of experience and a lot of intelligence. Ooh, that gives me another understanding. This lets me know that you've mastered something. See, attention to detail, a master here, a master there. You've mastered something. And perhaps, going solo. Pile number 2, maybe you're splitting from your company and you're doing your own thing, right? So that's an option. Another option would be you've gained so much experience. Now you can do it in a way that pleases you. Like, for example, now that you have the experience, maybe you want to go to another country and do the same thing there. Or you have an experience with something like, let's say you're a lawyer, now you have legal information that will help you, is providing you information to pursue that other career or that other thing that you want to do. There is an element here of King of Swords. You're a master, you know what to do, and so it's helping you in this next phase of your life. That's a sneak peek. We're taking a look at your future, where in the future you've won, you've realized your dreams. That future, you find yourself more balanced and you are enjoying what you're doing. Most importantly, you have the experience to build it, and it's something that is making you feel very proud. Wow, so cool, my dear pile number 2. That is the second major thing. And talk about major. Wow, you're changing your whole world. That's why I have the World card here. This is the second major thing to expect next in your life. It's a decision that you will be celebrating for sure. All right, let me clear your table and find out the third specific major change to expect next in your life. All right, let's now take a look at the third specific major thing to expect next in your life. Let's find out what it is. You have a very interesting story, my dear pile number 2. Let's now find out what is that third major thing to expect. Okay, that is changing your life. Let's quickly pull out your oracle cards. Let's take, these are 2. Okay, and then do the same with this one. Oh, okay, I'll take that one. And do the same with this one. Let's take that one. Right, so what do you have, my dear pile number 2? Desert passage. Trust there is a divine plan. And you have the acolyte. Interesting. New projects, learning. Seriously? Is this already talking about that? I don't know. Let's find out. Especially because the acolyte is a new student who learns, a new magic student that learns from an adept. So it looks like you're going on a new journey. Is this already that quick? Wow, I thought it was gonna take time. You're not playing here. Pile number 3. Oh my goodness, we're already talking about that new path that you're taking. Wow, look at that. Trust there's a divine plan. You still can't see ahead. You're still on a new path that you're learning more about, but you're on it. Wow, so impressive, pile number 2. I love that for you. You have Sun in Leo with fortune, and right off the bat it looks like you're going to be very, very fortunate with this new path. You know, this already lets me think of beginner's luck. You know how some people, they try things for the first time and they're already getting amazing results, and they're like, how are you getting that? How are you doing that? Because it looks like you are divinely guided to do that, my dear pile number 2. Very cool reading. You have, of course, Mercury in Gemini with excitement. You're very excited to announce this new beginning. You're about to start it, and your heart is filled with such excitement. You know, I can almost hear music here as if it's a movie, and it's going, whoa, and you're so looking forward to that new path, new journey, and it looks like it's the end of the movie, but you understand that it's the beginning of another new movie. So yeah, definitely a new exciting beginning here going on. And with the acolyte, you're gaining knowledge, you're learning more about it, because with the acolyte, it lets me know that yes, you have experience. We saw that from the second part of your reading, but you still don't know about that specific path and how it's going to go. Maybe it's another country. In that case, you have the experience, but you don't know much about the other country. Maybe you have a skill and you're taking it online. So you have that skill, but you're still learning about technology. Maybe you are merging two ideas together where you have a part of the experience, but the other part you don't know. So that's the energy I'm picking up here. Also, this is 35. Maybe some of you are 35 years old. All right, in all cases, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So let's pick up a little bit here. It looks like we're taking that one too. And let's see what you have. You have the 3 of Pentacles, right off the bat. You're announcing something. That's for sure. Because look at this 3 of Pentacles. This definitely involves announcement, because Mercury and Gemini, that's Gemini in 3rd house is communication, right? Mercury, communication. Gemini, this is like all communication. So here with the Three of Pentacles, can you see that? There we go. This person is carving some sort of announcement here from the king, perhaps. So yeah, the pile speaks of an announcement that you're making. You're not making this on the low at all. You're announcing it. You're so proud of it. And yeah, you're starting. It's like you're starting that journey. You have the Six of Wands. Didn't I tell you you're starting this journey feeling victorious? So cool. Love that for you. Okay. You have the King of Swords showing up again. You're starting this journey. We already know with a lot of experience. So cool. You have the Two of Wands. You made a decision. The High Priestess. The Five of Wands. Again. Wow. Queen of Cups. This reminds me, you also know who you are. Remember from the first part of your reading, key cards are showing up to make us understand the whole picture going on here. Now you're starting a new journey, very excited about it. You're equipped with experience and you're equipped with your new character or your discovery of who you are. And so this tells me that this first part of your reading was actually fated so that it helps you out in this new experience and to be excited about this new experience, because now you have the confidence to go through it. See how everything is divinely. See, no. I can't believe this. Trust there's a divine plan. My eyes fall into this the second I realize that. Amazing. The synchronicity is awesome. You have the Four of Pentacles. And you have the Nine of Cups, of course. You're living this dream and you love it. This is the wish fulfillment card. You are embarking on your dream, on your wish, and you couldn't be any happier. So let's explore this reading for you. Of course, fortune here also tells us another thing. Since this has to do with your work for most of you, this is first and foremost letting you know that you will be making a lot of fortune in this direction or this path that you're taking. And although it looks like you're building something from the very beginning, because in the other part of your reading, we saw you holding on to the tree. You were so proud of what you're creating. And although this is a new direction, from zero, from scratch, you are so ready for that battle or that war or like the Five of Wands. You're so ready for that challenge. Look at this person's face, so motivated. Nothing's going to stand in their way. But the amazing thing is that this time you found the balance that you have been hoping for. You enjoying what you're doing and feeling happy, and at the same time amassing the results that you want. Both now. Look, this is the King of sorry. Although this is the Four of Pentacles, I got a little bit mixed up because he's wearing a crown. And so I got it confused with the King of Pentacles, which really signifies that you have the potential to go up to the King of Pentacles. Meaning you're making a fortune, or you're going to be making a fortune, or getting great results, depending on what that is. But there's even more potential here going on. So you've made it to the Seven of Pentacles and the other part of your career or the other part of your journey. Now in this new journey, there's even more potential, far bigger, much bigger than what you've amassed previously, my dear pile number 2. And so here I can see that this is a major decision with the Two of Wands that you're starting and announcing straight away that will change your life. Here with the High Priestess, it's going to also change your life because it's giving you new knowledge that you didn't know about before. Although you're very experienced, this new path will provide you with a lot of new information on how to make a dream like that happen, that many other people have no idea about. And that is why specifically you have the Acolyte. Not only is it a journey full of success and your heart opening up to you living your dreams and doing it in the way that you want and feeling like a winner from the very beginning, but it's a journey that will take you down a path of types of knowledge that you weren't expecting to have at all. You know how when, for example, you work in something but you realize you've gotten information about something else you weren't expecting to learn about? You know, like you were studying marketing, for example, and you thought you were going to be an expert at marketing, but then you get hired in a fashion design company, and all of a sudden you have all of the sophisticated information about the fashion industry, and you know where the fabric is made, what type of fabric, what fashion is all about, and all of the things that come with that. So here I'm also getting that same idea, that although you're an expert, you're on a new path that will teach you so many things that you were not expecting to learn about at all. It's going to be an exciting journey, my dear pile number 2, one that you will love and cherish, and one that will finally bring you the ultimate balance that was so important to you, the one that you have been looking for. And my dear pile number 3, congratulations. Can't wait for you to make that announcement soon. All the best of luck with this new journey. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear beautiful pile number 2, all the best of luck from my heart, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Rhodanite crystal, and today we're taking a look at 3 specific major things to expect next in your life. Cannot wait to get into your reading, my dear pile number 3. And the way we're going to be doing this reading is that I will be dividing your reading into 3 parts. And this way you can explore these 3 things in detail with every mini reading that we do for each and every one of them. All right, so as you can see, we're starting off with the first one. Let's go again. Starting off with the first one, we'll be picking 1 oracle card from each of these oracle decks, and then we'll start picking up your tarot cards. Oh, thanks a lot. There we go. Right, so let's see what the first thing is. You have valiant courage. Take action with passion. Okay. You have the guide. Look at this hand holding a bell going ding, ding, ding. It almost feels like the ace of, what would be the ace of announcement? Ace of swords, ace of wands. No, ace of swords. Ooh, look at the star shining so bright, like the bell. Something is starting here. There's a lot of keys as well, but the door is open and it's pouring out. So cool. I wonder what this is. Look at this. It says inheritance, and it also says correction. It's certainly throat chakra, because with the bell, so it could be news, announcement of something. Right, let's get more information. You have the moon in Scorpio with power. Ooh, love that. Valiant courage, power. What is going on here? I heard passing down the throne as well. Don't know what that is. Let's find out. Perhaps I heard it because I saw inheritance, but I did hear it in my mind, so it might be significant for someone. Let's see. You have Emperor, Page of Cups. Let's take a little bit. These are a lot. We'll take as much as we need. Right, so Emperor, Page of Cups. You have the 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. the Seven of Swords. This is the first time this Four of Wands appears on this channel, and I have used this deck for months. So I think that's no coincidence here. Did it wait until this reading to show up? Let's keep it here. I'll be exploring it more for you. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Nine of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. You have the Five of Swords. The Knight of Cups. And finally, you have the Seven of Pentacles. What's at the back, actually? Ooh, the Devil card. It's meant to come out. So what is going on here? What is this major thing that's happening? Power, Devil, Valiant, Courage, Emperor, Headless Horseman. It's interesting that you have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords in conjunction to each other. Hold on. I think that's a little bit better. So if you can see here, it's interesting that the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords are in conjunction to each other, because both of them are showing some sort of fight going on here. The Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Are you, want to say, fighting or struggling with someone? It could be an energy. It may not be a person. Although I highly doubt that this is an energy, because in the Page of Cups, you have Narcissus in Greek mythology. And here you can see he was admiring his image so much in the water and the reflection of the water, so much so that he drowned as he admired himself. So I would say what is apparent in your reading is that you're struggling with someone here who may have some narcissistic nature to them, and it's their fall at the moment and your rise. Their fall and your rise. And look at that. It's the same energy here. Valiant, Courage. So, look, the water element represents emotions, right? So it could be that they took you as a soft person. But then here we see the power of water. We always associate water with emotions, whether good or bad, of course, but we always see it as an element of emotions. Here we can see the other side of water when it's with enraged emotions. Water of waterfall like that is so powerful. It can generate electricity. It can kill cities and towns, tsunamis. So I think this person may have taken you for granted, thought that you were a softie, and we can see here the announcement of you coming. Ding, 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 ding. The announcement of your power. This is with someone you obviously have struggled a lot with in your life. And you're now showing them your power. With the Devil appearing as the last card, wasn't supposed to be there, but I felt it. I think it's more of an exploration of that person. This is a toxic person who was manipulative, was gaslighting. I'm saying gaslighting because the concept of illusion is tied to the Devil card. So they gaslit you. Maybe they made you think you were stuck with them. They were manipulative. Such really bad energy. But your reading here is showing that it's time for their fall. And here with the headless man and the emperor, you know, the headless man, nothing stands in their way. That's why they're in the emperor card. It's like they keep going and going and nothing can stand in their way. So I think you've reached a state where you're done with this and you decided to unleash your power with valiant courage. You're taking action, and like it says, you're taking action with a lot of passion, and you're making your announcement. Ding, 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 ding. I'm here. Nothing like that is going to happen again. I'm putting my foot down. And your rage is making this person fall simply because they were the ones in illusion, with the illusion, almost to an extent where they gaslit themselves, thinking with the narcissism here, qualities that they probably had, that they were so in control, that you were so, I think they downplayed who you are so much and upplayed who they were so much, and the gap became so big that it started becoming an illusion. It's not real. And so because of this illusion they've created in their mind, believing in fact the lies that they have been saying to you, we see that it's their fall, not knowing what you're capable of doing. So please take this where it resonates. Is this a business partner? Is this a family member? Is this a manager? Is this a partner? Whatever it is their downfall at the moment. First of all, especially because of the illusion they've created in their minds of how amazing and strong they were, and how small and sensitive maybe you were with all of the water here. Not realizing if they weren't maybe so narcissistic like, they would have been able to realize what you're capable of. But they kept missing the signs in order to interpret it the way that suits how they feel. And do you see the purple in the Emperor here? It really matches the main card, Oracle card here, with valiant courage. Here, it seems to me like you're really angry. Look at that. It's like, I'm bringing this person down. I'm done with this energy. And you have the Five of Swords showing either defeat or winning. Here, it shows that you no longer want to struggle with this person, and you're deciding to win. And since this is a card of defeat or win, there's, like I said, this emphasizes the idea that nothing is standing in your way until you win, because you're not going to be defeated. That's the energy that I'm seeing here. Seven of Pentacles shows me that you have been very patient with this person for a long time. It's like, I have let go of this, I have ignored that, I let this pass, this too shall pass. Okay, forget about this one. Why don't we talk about that one? Fine, we're not going to argue over this one. And it's like, you have really let so much go of this dishonesty in the Seven of Swords that you cannot take it anymore. And I think this is the rage of emotions going on here. Inheritance lets me think, or inheritance and correction, lets me think that you were patient by choice. And perhaps this is where this person, this narcissistic person, mistook you for being weak. I think you were maybe, this patience would make me think you are civil, you know? You're not going to fight over everything, and so you were quite patient. Not weak, just a bit patient. Letting things go so that you don't make a huge deal with someone who is ready to blow things out of proportion. But then you realized this letting go was only making matters worse and not, making things calm, under control. And so you're deciding to unleash this power. You're like, okay, so I let this go. Did you actually think? I don't know how to respond, how to put you in your place. And so you're unleashing your power here. Because the Queen of Pentacles is a card of independence, and you're releasing it. You're letting it free. You're letting it out. Wow. Wow. And look at the plumes. You'd see with the Knight of Cups here, you've let out your emotions. Knight of Cups is, expressing how you feel, letting your emotions out. And here you can see with the plumes, it gives the idea of, the after effect of raging fire coming out. Look at the plumes here again. Wow. And so you're going to let this out. And when you let this out, you will realize how vulnerable this person is, because this person is represented as the Page of Cups. They took you as emotional, where in fact, pages are, young energies, where in fact, they are truly the emotional ones. Inexperienced emotionally with the Page of Cups. And so I don't think they will be in any way, shape, or form able to handle that type of rage that you've been holding back from them at all. I think you were patient because now I understand. You've been patient as well because you realize the difference in energies. You always understood that you're more stable with the Pentacles, and your Queen, you're represented as in your cards as the Queen of Pentacles. Here we see with the narcissism, and I know it's not you because we have the purple cards here. So they're represented as Page of Cups. In fact, if anyone here is emotionally immature, it would be the other person here who's acting in this narcissistic way. Perfect placement with this deck with narcissists. And you act this way when you don't have emotional maturity. That's true. And so they will be really shocked seeing what kind of power they didn't see coming at all. This is the sort of power it's not going to stop it. It's stopping at nothing until you put this person in their place. And they're drowning here. They're drowning in their emotions. Will almost, I think, here start acting like a victim. Be careful with that. They'll start acting like victims to this whole situation. I don't think you care though at all. There's an energy here of what is it called? Being nonchalant. You don't care at all. Right, let's explore here important cards. The Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups. This is the first time this card shows up in this reading. This lets me know that this is the first time that you will let out your rage this way. I think this is totally out of character for you. But with the Nine of Cups, this shows that, and the Four of Wands, this shows that you will truly find ultimate peace here. It looks like these people are sitting in heaven or in a beautiful world. So I think you are finally living in peace, ultimate peace, not disturbed ever again, because of that action that you're taking here. You're finally putting this person in their place. They will no longer be disturbing your peace or thinking that they are head to head with you again. The war's been done. You said everything you wanted to say. The plumes are there. showing the effect of this fight. And this person is like, okay, I messed with the wrong energy here. And you are living in ultimate peace after speaking your truth here and putting them in their place. The ultimate peace here is the major thing to expect next in your life. Feeling ultimate peace. Because you stood out and spoke out for yourself. And I think here you always knew every time this person would manipulate, gaslight, whatever it is that they're doing. Yeah, I think here you give me the impression of, I don't want to unleash this power onto them. I don't think they'll be able to handle what I'm supposed to do. Let me wait a little bit. Unleashing this power is absolutely going to shock them. And you will not be hearing from this person ever again. So my dear pile number 1, this is the first specific major thing to expect next in your life. Good for you for putting your foot down here. And it says valiant courage. And yes, of course, that takes a lot of courage and everything. But I think it comes easy for you with that type of confidence and power that you have. All right, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see as your first major specific thing to expect next. Let me clear your table and take a look at the second major thing to expect next. All right, my dear pile number 3. As mentioned, let's now take a look at the second specific major thing to expect next in your life. I feel your tarot cards, there's an energy to them in this second one. I feel like they're ready. So I don't know what that is. Just a feeling. Let's find out together. Okay, let's now pick up a card. Take this one. And then pick up a card. Take this one. And pick up pick up cards. We'll take that one. Right. So you have Journey by Moonlight. So beautiful. Believe in magic. I love that. Okay. And look at that. It says moonlight and it's already reflecting the candlelight on it. Isn't that magical already? All right. Synchronicity is just wonderful. You have the warrior, perfectionism, and burnout. It seems like I got a message. Maybe you're going to get a message as well. How interesting is that? You have Mercury in Taurus with resistance. Another one, you're definitely getting a message here. Look, 2. Let's find out. Couldn't be a coincidence with these 2 messages in your pile. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Let's take a little bit and then we'll leave the rest. So you have the 3 of Wands. You are definitely getting a message or a call here because with the 3 of Wands, this is La Llorona, and who's a siren, you know, she calls children in the night. So I think you'll be getting a call for sure. Or some sort of communication. You have the High Priestess. Oh, again, this High Priestess. What was her name? I'll remember now. But in Japan also, she's a spirit who would lure men in the night and then show them her face and scare them. So we're anyways, in all cases, I'm seeing the idea of a call. Is this person a little beautiful child playing the flute? Some of you might have your children call you because this is calling for children. That's very specific, of course, but just thought I should mention it. So anyways, we're definitely seeing a call here. Okay. And it's out of the blue because it's the High Priestess. This is not something you can think about now and go, look, this is the second time you get 2 purples next to each other. How interesting is that? So anyways, we'll see what that means in a second. But yeah, if you think about it now, who would call me? I don't think you're expecting it. So let's wait and see what this call is all about. The Chariot, yeah. It seems like this is a person who may have been, in your eyes, dead to you. And the reason I say that is because here with the Chariot, we have the Viking boat, and to honor the warriors in the war, the Vikings would put them in beautiful wooden boats, Viking boats, and then they would let it off and burn. So very bittersweet energy here. You've let someone go, and it seems like this is someone you've let go. It hurt you, it hurt your heart, but you've let someone go here. And I think out of the blue, you will find this person calling you. What? Wow. Okay. Warrior, see? I think this is someone you might have had some sort of war with or argument with. And it was so bittersweet to let them go. It looks like they're calling you because look, with the resistance here could have been a block. And they are trying to break maybe through this block. Let's find out. Interesting reading here. Pile number 2 and 3. And I wonder, how is this going to change your life? It's a major thing. Well, maybe not change your life. The reading is about a major thing to expect next in your life. Maybe for you, this is major. I thought it wouldn't be major because this is someone who you've kept out, but I could be wrong. Let's find out together. Should not presume anything. Okay, whoa, 6 of Wands, okay. The Knight of Pentacles. You definitely fought a lot with this person. Minotaur, the Minotaur. King of Wands. Right. Oh. Okay. Wow, pile number 3. You keep getting I mean, okay, let me go on. You have the 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. What's up with these connections in your life? You have the set. Look, another one. Have you been patient with this one? Why do you keep getting that? I'll just have to trust your cards and relay the message to you. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. Not my job to be surprised. My job is to say what I'm seeing. Okay. So this is a person that you may have had some sort of entanglement with. Energetic entanglement with. Could have been a person you wanted to release yourself from, but with the entanglement for quite a while, you couldn't, which is what the 7 of Pentacles here is trying to say. So this is a person you had to be patient with because it wasn't so easy to just release them. But you have. You finally released them. Look, 2 strong opponents. And I know you always come in your cards as a very strong person. Look, the Warrior, the Queen of Pentacles. Here you have the King of Wands. Very strong character. Now seeing the Knight of Pentacles, which represents the Minotaur, and then you have the King of Wands, you can see that there's a battle, because with the Minotaur, you know, everyone was sent down the Colosseum to fight the Minotaur. So yeah, endless battles here. But battles between 2 strong people. The Minotaur was finally defeated by Theseus. Yeah, Theseus. So this gives me the idea, yes, there we go, the 6 of Wands, that you have defeated this person finally. Why do you keep getting this energy, my dear pile number 3? I mean, I'm so sorry. This is what we're seeing here. It looks like it's a time of your life, perhaps, where you're, just like the Viking ship, it's like you're removing that type of energy from your life. This, it seems in the past, you've already let go of this person. But this person didn't let go of you with the Four of Pentacles. You might have thought some sort of entanglement here. You let them go and you mourn them. You're like, goodbye. They're out of my life forever. They're calling here. They are going to be calling. Why is this a major thing? Is this a major thing for you? Perhaps. Because I'm seeing in your energy, you're like, goodbye, goodbye. You're not too happy with them. Let me think. Here with the Eight of Pentacles, you've mastered winning them. Winning over their battles, their constant battles. They're definitely not a person, by the way, who seems to have calm energy, as the energy I've seen in your pile, because you've been represented by water. So here we see, what was her name? I need to check. Kuchisaki Ona. So, yeah, we can see here frightening others, luring children in order to eat them with La Llorona. So this is not a stable person. Yeah. This is not a stable person. But, I get it. Since you have an entanglement with this person and you won over them, I think what this reading is trying to say is that them calling is such a big deal. Why? Because maybe you'll still not answer them. Maybe you'll still, want to release them. You don't have to take that energy ever in your life. But I think it's going to mean so many things in your life since there is an entanglement here. So for example, maybe this is an ex and you have children with this ex who maybe is coming back. You don't want that energy back in your life, but they're like, okay, I just want to support financially. I just want to be part of their lives with rules, with, that we agree on for their safety and mine and for everyone, maybe. Or maybe this is like a parent who will apologize. There's chaotic energy, but at least it will mean something to you to know that they're holding on to you. Yes, they're chaotic with the energy, but maybe it means a lot to you that they want to apologize, that they miss you. This could be your children. Maybe there's chaotic children. How did I miss that? Maybe this is didn't we say that from the beginning? Some of you might have your children call you. So, exactly why I thought should never judge. Maybe this is chaotic energy, but it means a lot to you that they're reaching out. I'm so sorry, pile number 2. I was really just being empathetic towards your energy. So at the end of the day, maybe this is someone you don't want in your life, but it means a lot to you, the fact that they're contacting you back, because that's the first thing we saw in your reading. Ting, ting, messages, calling. And so here, you've won over them, no more battles, they've seen how strong you are, that thing is done, you have mastered you putting them in place, winning over them, and so they cannot here begin fights with you, although they can't help be chaotic a little bit. And so I think the major thing going on here, my dear beautiful pile number 2, I feel for you, I'm so sorry. It looks like, this is so sweet. At least this communication will mean so much to you. it will have a big meaning for you that at least they called. And so I think you're going to have a fine line between you and this person. They're still blocked out, but there's a little bit of, of movement going on. At least maybe you can say hello to each other or something. You will appreciate, I think, their communication. I almost want to pull out cards to see what they're going to say to you, but I think this feels so special to you. I don't want to ruin this moment for you, because I know if I pull out cards and I do say what I see, you will listen. It is your reading after all, and so I don't want to spoil that special moment for you. I feel it in my heart for you, my dear pile number 2. Oh, I didn't know. It would mean the world to you, at least knowing that they hold you dear, at the very least. Chaotic, but you mean a lot to them. And it looks like, what can you do? There's some sort of entanglement here. At least what you can do, you've already done. You've cut them out. My dear beautiful pile number 3. Did I say 2? My apologies. My dear beautiful pile number 3. This is the second major specific thing that is happening in your life. I wish you protection forever, but I also wish that you are always shown just how special and loved you are. So sweet. I'm going to now... believe in magic makes me think that this is absolutely not expected in any way, shape, or form. And it's almost going to feel surreal watching this person call. Because to you, it's like they've almost died. So them appearing like this in your life may be shocking a little bit. Perhaps why your cards wanted to show you to take that shock a little bit, pad that shock. Okay, so that's the second specific thing I'm seeing. Let's now clear your cards and see the third specific major thing to expect. I know you've already had 2 parts about people. I am hoping the third one is not, but it's not for me to say. We'll see what is meant to reach you, my dear pile number 3. I forgot to tell you, the purples here that we keep seeing, to me, this is crown chakra. You're downloading or getting messages that are meant to reach you. That's what I truly feel about the purples that we keep seeing in conjunction to each other, that type of synchronicity. Okay. All right, pile number 3. Let's now take a look at your third specific major thing to expect next in your life. Okay, so your tarot deck is now shuffled with the intention of this third reading. Let's now put it to the side and pull out, as we do, 1 card. Oh, looks like you got 2 here, right? Oh, 3. Okay. This one. And, okay, this one. So, you have, my dear pile number 3. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Can you see your card? No. There we go. You have the enchanter, deception, trickery. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep it right there. You also have Mercury in Leo with drama. You have Moon in Taurus with exaltation. You have 52. Maybe some of you are 52 years old or born in the year 52. And you have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. Interesting that you have drama and detachment here. Okay, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So, you have the 7 of Pentacles. This card is following you today. You have the 7 of Pentacles. you have the Six of Swords. You have, wow, the Ten of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Justice card. The Two of Cups. The Hermit. And you have the King of Wands. What is going on here? That's much better. That's much better. And in fact, this makes me think, because the other two parts of your reading, the cards are a little bit dark, the light wasn't that clear, and in this third part of your reading, I was like, how are they gonna see their cards like that? And I put on more light. We kept doing it gradually, actually, which could in fact signify the fact that you will be seeing something clearly, because you have the Ace of Swords here. So there's some sort of clarity appearing in a certain situation. Because here you have veils as well, and they're starting to open and you're starting to see the path ahead. Interesting. Because here in the winter, a lot of winter cards here. A lot of winter cards. Perhaps it was a little bit dark, cold, you couldn't see ahead in some area of your life. And it looks like it's going to start, things are going to start appearing. They're going to be clearer now on your path ahead. You are going to understand so much. And a lot of the haziness on your path is going to be removed, allowing you to actually not see things clearer. You're going to see things clearly. Here, in order to understand more, you couldn't see clearly because you didn't know what you were going to do about this difficult situation in your life. So you were like treading through it, trying to make it work, this situation. Here with the enchanter, you know how the enchanter, like a magician on the stage, does all these magic tricks and they amaze the audience and they clap, but they know that it's not true. They've practiced it 1,000,000 times for it to appear so effortless and seamless as they do on stage. And so in the same way, you've mastered the art of, on the outside, looking like everything is okay and put together, but really in your world recently, there was a lot of turmoil and a lot of difficulty, and you didn't know how to navigate ahead. You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know how you were going to handle the situation. And again, you are the master of being patient here. You were very patient. But it looks like this difficult situation, because you know this, there's a word for this, you know, an enigma or something that is so difficult no one's able to solve. There's a word for it. A paradox. So it felt very paradoxical to you. You felt like you really didn't know what to do. Looks like this was an urgent situation, by the way. I think here you were a little bit afraid. And yeah, you didn't know what to do. It looks to me like there is money coming in with exaltation, Moon and Taurus. there's some wealth or money, an amount of money coming in here for you. And with detachment, this money is freeing you from this situation forever. You're no longer going to feel like you have to deal with this situation again. All along, on the outside, you've mastered the art of looking like everything is under control and trying to deal with it on the inside. And so with trust, there's a divine plan. Your message here is trust that you're not going to be left out in this scary situation at all. And specifically, there is like either wealth or some sort of material thing that's coming to help you. Like if you have a factory, I don't know why I thought about that, then there's a machine coming in to help you with that situation. If you have to go to work back and forth, maybe there's a car helping you, or maybe a car helping you. Although a car needs gas, who knows? Maybe there's a car coming to help you out. Or if maybe you're getting a home to help you out. Something is happening here, relieving you up completely from a very difficult situation that was really scaring you. Because I see a roar here, roar, like you're really, really afraid. You're calling for help at this point, privately, of course, because that's the energy we see here of you. And with the deception, trickery, the funny thing is, it looks like on the outside, people think, oh, pile number 3 must have it together. Pile number 3 is doing great. Pile number 3 is in a great situation. In fact, they may even be wealthy. But only you know the reality on the inside. And this money coming in for you, if this is money, it looks like it's coming in several times for you. Like this big amount is being paid several times to you in big lump sums, several times. So you are here expecting to see more of it coming. And just like magic, as we see here, you're gonna go with this amount from feeling like the energy of the 4 of Swords, which is an energy of a rest or a pause, especially in the winter here. Like, where would you get it? Almost feels like, where would I get these resources from? To like the 10 of Cups here, feeling absolutely blessed. And there's color and spring all over your life. Total drastic energy going on between the two here with this new beginning. This help or this money coming in is finally lighting your world. And that's what we're seeing here. You can now clearly see ahead how you're going to go through your life, what you're going to do. Now you can start planning and bringing back things in order with the Justice card. You no longer have to worry. In fact, I feel like there is a relief in your heart, because here we see Anubis in ancient Egypt, who's the guardian between this world and the whole way to the other world. And you can see the process of the soul weighing their heart against a feather to see the good deeds. In my opinion, this is here showing how heavy your heart felt, because if the soul has a light heart, the feather would weigh more, and the soul was able to continue living their life. And that's what I'm seeing here. I think your heart's not going to feel so heavy, and you're going to continue living your life. Not in the afterlife, but in this life. So yeah, there's a total relief coming in with this. And this is no small amount, by the way. Exaltation gives us the energy of almost showing off, right? And I think here this is meaning to say with the moon in Taurus and the exaltation that there is so much of it. It shows. And so, yeah, it's totally ending this situation, and you're like, oh, I feel so relieved. I can now move on. And you know, this feels like a Moses stick, doesn't it? It's almost like when Moses threw it into the sea and the sea split, which gives me an impression of being saved. Yeah, exactly. Being saved, and now your path is clear. Two of Cups here. In fact, there are two people also. We know that this is Krishna and Radha. We see the Two of Cups here. Perhaps this is coming in with some sort of collaboration. I'll get more information about that here. So let's keep this card here. Some sort of collaboration here is going on. A small collaboration that will make you very, very happy. Right. I'll tell you what's going on here. I think this collaboration you are not even expecting. Again, the idea that it's coming out of the blue just like magic, that's appearing again. Because here we have, what is it called? Just like the Bigfoot. Yeti, of course. And so a lot of, like, most people don't believe that Yetis exist, but a lot of people in Nepal, I read, actually totally believe that they exist and they've seen them. So point being here is that you at the moment feel alone with the hermit. It's cold, it's dark, you can barely see ahead. And so how are you to expect a collaboration like that? But your reading is really showing you that this collaboration is a major thing to actually expect next in your life. This collaboration will light the path once again and will bring a clear path to where you're going and will ease your heart. And look, it's it's like a match made in heaven, because you have Krishna and Radha, match made in heaven. Great reciprocity, good reciprocative energy between the two of you going on here. So how is this collaboration going to happen is the question here for you. How is this collaboration going to happen? You got the Chariot again, the same card. Five of Cups. What? One more card. Two of Wands. Perhaps the King of Wands is supposed to be in this part of the reading as well. Its place was right there. So how is this collaboration going to happen? There seems to be a swap here with the Two of Wands. I don't know how, but I'll tell you what I'm seeing. There seems to be a swap happening. You dropping something, because we have the Five of Cups, disappointment, letting something go with the Chariot here. Specifically with this Chariot, dropping something, letting something go. No, wait, let me think, let me take a look at it again. Let me take a look at this again. There's some sort of decision here. Weighing things and making a decision. To drop something? Yeah, yes. Making a decision, yes. Making a decision to drop something. Letting go of something. Okay. How's this collaboration happening though? I think I need to reflect more. I think here the sinking ship, actually, the sinking ship is referring to the drama card here, the worries that you have, because there are plumes here. So that's the fiery energy we're seeing, actually. Two of Cups is happening as the ship is sinking, or the drama or the situation is happening. You have your back towards us, which means you're not expecting this at all. You're very disappointed at the loss or at the great misery or the great difficult situation, this paradoxical situation happening. Okay. Look at that. Of course, the Two of Wands holding a globe, yes. And the King of Wands holding, what is it called? The scepter? But anyways, they both look like they're watching something. To me, intuitively. They're both holding a ball. Looks like, to me in that case, a crystal ball. King of Wands is passion. The enchanter. Is it this someone being enchanted by you? Ooh, yes, look at that. Someone being enchanted by you. By what you offer, by who you are, by how you're standing strong. Anyways, there seems to be an energy of someone who's enchanted by you in this reading. And so what's going on then? They can see with the crystal. They can see what's going on here in your situation. They can see. Okay, and the rest is history. Obviously, they are deciding to collaborate with you in one way or another. And this collaboration will result in a lot of money coming in. So maybe this is someone offering you to work with them. If you work, then this is someone who's asking you to be their service providers. And so that's great news. They love how you're standing strong. Maybe they're enchanted by you. For one reason or the other, they can see something in you that they love. They can see also the situation, and they will offer to collaborate with you. This will be a collaboration made in heaven with the festival here in the Ten of Cups. It's like pew, flying colors, succeeding in flying colors. Both of you have great matching energies together. There's no question about that. And they are enchanted by you. Perhaps they love what you do. And this will come in the form of a great savior to this dramatic situation or paradoxical situation that is going on in your life. This was so tricky to figure out. And because look, this reading needed a lot of channeling. And look at that. Purple is all over your reading. And your message today is trust there's a divine plan. You're not going to be left alone, scared. There's more to come that you cannot see than what meets the eye. You will finally be detached out of the situation with some material wealth coming in or material help of some sort coming in that you are not expecting at the moment. You're probably thinking, from where is that going to come from? Yeah, I understand. Totally understand. But you see, there's major shift. If you want to see anything in your cards, there's major shift in energies from total winter to a beautiful festival in spring. Ultimate happiness with the Ten of Cups. You will not just feel relieved, you will feel so happy with what's happening here. Because first and foremost, not only is this great help, but this is a wonderful person to have in your life. And there's, even if it's work, it's a wonderful collaboration, honest, beautiful, the energy flows between the two of you beautifully. And well, just when you thought the ship was sinking and you didn't know what to do, and for some reason, not for some reason, good for you, you like to keep it, like you want to keep this private, and on the outside everything's looking good, so that's why you're thinking, well, where's the help coming from then if it looks all good from the outside? This person can see through this. I don't know how, but there's a person here who can see through this, admires what you're all about, and will want to help out and will want to collaborate with you. And my dear pile number 3, this was totally divinely guided, this third pile for sure. So that's exactly what I see for you happening, that specific major thing to expect next in your life. If you feel like you're drowning or you're afraid, that's not how it's going to go down at all, my dear pile number 3. There is Savior coming in for you. Trust there is a divine plan. This was your reading, my dear pile number 3. I have enjoyed it immensely. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading.